In order, call the roll.
Trustee Healy.
Here.
Trustee Katsinas.
Here.
Trustee Malani.
Here.
Trustee Compass.
Here.
Trustee Reardon. Trustee Radishevsky.
Here.
Mayor Pico.
Here.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Approval of the March 20, 2023 regular meeting minutes.
Mr. Mayor,
Trustee Katsinas.
I move to approve the minutes of the Board of Trustee meeting of March 20th, 2023.
Second. Call the roll.
Trustee Katsinas.
Aye.
Trustee Radishevsky.
Aye.
Trustee Healy.
Aye.
Trustee Malani.
Aye.
Trustee Compass.
Aye.
Mayor Pico.
Aye.
Accounts payable through April 3rd, 2023 approval.
Mr. Mayor,
Trustee Healy.
I move to approve the accounts payable from March 21st, 2023 through April 3rd, 2023 in the amount of $1,102,413.72.
Second. Call the roll.
Trustee Healy.
Aye.
Trustee Radishevsky.
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas.
Aye.
Trustee Malani.
Aye.
Trustee Compass.
Aye.
Mayor Pico.
Aye.
Consent agenda.
Item A, payroll for March 17, 2023, approval. Item B, sidewalk removal and replacement program. Item C, purchase of one Towmaster T16LP deck over trailer. Item D, AE Services Facility ADA Assessment and Transition Plan. Item E, AE Services FLC and Sportsplex Retro Commissioning. Item F, AE Services FLC Facility Improvements Design. Item G, AE Services Orland Health and Fitness Center Mechanical System Improvement Design. Item H, AE Services Village Hall HVAC Improvement Design. Item I, Asphalt Parking Lot and Path Maintenance Bid Award. Item J, Village Hall Department Furniture. Item K, Disposal of Police Department Computer Equipment Recommended Ordinance. Item L, Sportsplex Climbing Wall Fees. Item M, Parks Courts Repairs 2023. Item N, RV Concessions Contract Extension. Item O, Class 8 Real Estate Tax Incentive 15845 Harlem Avenue, Orland Park.
Mr. Chairman,
Trustee Compass.
I move to pull items B and I to the floor and approve items A, items C through H, and J through O.
Second.
Call the roll.
Trustee Compass.
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas.
Aye.
Trustee Healy.
Aye.
Trustee Malani.
Aye.
Trustee Radishevsky.
Aye.
Mayor Pico.
Aye.
Item B.
Item B. 2023 Sidewalk Removal and Replacement Program.
Mr. Chairman,
Trustee Malani.
move to approve awarding ITB 23-024 2023 Sidewalk Removal and Replacement Program to Strata Construction Company of Addison, Illinois, for an amount not to exceed $1 million, and authorize the village manager to execute all related contracts, subject to village attorney review.
Second.
Any comments? Call the roll.
Trustee Malani.
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas.
Aye.
Trustee Healy.
Aye.
Trustee Compass.
I abstain. I have a family relationship with a non-awarded bidder.
Trustee Radishevsky.
Aye.
Mayor Pico.
Aye. Item I.
Should be item I, right? 2023 Asphalt Parking Lot and Path Maintenance Bid Award, ITB 23-025.
Mr. Chairman,
Trustee Malani.
move to approve awarding ITB 23-025 2023 Asphalt Parking Lot and Path Maintenance to Advantage Paving Solutions of Joliet, Illinois, for a total amount not to exceed $398,177.95, which is $388,177.95 plus a $10,000 contingency. Sorry, $388,177.95 plus a $10,000 contingency, and authorize the village manager to execute all related contracts subject to village attorney review, and authorize the village manager to approve change orders not to exceed the contingency amount.
Second.
Call the roll.
Trustee Malani.
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas.
Aye.
Trustee Healy.
Aye.
Trustee Compass.
I abstain. I have a family member that works for a non-awarded bidder.
Trustee Radiszewski.
Aye.
Mayor Pico.
Aye.
Optimize HRM and financials change order presentation.
Mr. Chairman,
Trustee Compass.
move to approve the change orders with Tyler Technologies for project manager services, Tyler Recruiting, and removing inventory licenses for total cost for implementation and maintenance for the initial 5-year term not to exceed $2,162,000, $954. Excuse me, $2,162,954, and to approve a change order for Insight Public Sector for data climb project management services for the HRM project and Tyler Financials for an additional $359,123 for a total contract amount not to exceed $1,658,080, and authorize the village manager to execute all related contracts and change orders subject to village attorney review.
Second.
Any comments? George?
As the village board is aware, the village is undergoing a number of improvements to our IT infrastructure, as been mentioned earlier today. We've completed our Tyler financials, and 2 projects that are still pending are our HRM, which is the human resources component of it, and then our development services component. What you're approving, what we're requesting for you to approve today is an extension to get us through the end of the year, which is when the both of these contracts, or both of these projects, are anticipated to be completed. Today is strictly on the human resources capital. In a future meeting, we will be bringing back a change order for the development services component.
Any comments or questions? Call the roll.
Trustee Compass.
Aye.
Trustee Radiszewski.
Aye.
Trustee Healy.
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas.
Aye.
Trustee Malani.
Aye.
Mayor Pico.
Aye. I'm really looking forward to the CRP being done. I'm sure you are too.
Sidewalk grinding equipment purchase.
Mr. Mayor,
Trustee Katsinas.
I move to approve quote number 13946 dated March 23rd, 2023 from Smith Manufacturing of Pompano Beach, Florida for the purchase of 2 Smith SDS-10 DCS units in the amount of $89,595.92 and authorize the village manager to execute all related contracts subject to village attorney review.
Second.
Any comments? So this is what I spoke about earlier. We're going to buy these machines, which will allow us to do in-house grinding of some of the sidewalk things that we found, so we can get a lot done in-house, so we don't have to contract out for. So it's a very efficient use of dollars, and will help us get, as we said, there's a pretty large amount that we have to deal with. I also noted that, equipment being manufactured in Florida. Who would have thought? Call the roll.
Trustee Katsinas.
Aye.
Trustee Healy.
Aye.
Trustee Malani.
Aye.
Trustee Compass.
Aye.
Trustee Radiszewski.
Aye.
Mayor Pico.
Aye.
Starguard Elite Lifeguarding 5-year agreement.
Mr. Mayor,
Trustee Radiszewski.
I move to approve entering into a 5-year agreement with Starguard Elite to provide lifeguard training, manuals, licensing, and audits as proposed in the SGE proposal dated March 2023 at a cost of $12,525 in 2023, increasing by 3% through 2027, and to authorize the village manager to execute all related contracts subject to village attorney review. Second.
And Ray, we've been using these guys for a while, right?
We've been using them for, I think it's the last 10, 12 years, yes.
Yeah, and obviously we do a great job with the lifeguard program. Anybody have any comments?
Mr. Chairman?
Trustee Compass.
No issues with this in general. I mean, I've had the pleasure of seeing the games and the training that goes on over at CPAC. I guess my question is, we have a built-in 3%. Do we know from 2019 to 2022 what the increases have been year over year?
I don't know that offhand. I'll have to check on that.
Okay.
Any other comments? Call the roll.
Trustee Radiszewski.
Aye.
Trustee Healy.
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas.
Aye.
Trustee Malani.
Aye.
Trustee Compass.
Aye.
Mayor Pico.
Aye.
We do have one
We have one,
non-scheduled citizen of visitors.
we have one visitor, Ginny Williams, and I know you're a veteran, so you know the 3-minute drill. Should we duck?
You'd better.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Virginia Williams. I live at 8114 Bobolink. I've been in this town for 46 years. The reason I'm here is because 2 years ago next month, I was at a meeting for Bowley's Farm. At the mention of it, there was no paperwork that anybody had or could find what Mr. Bowley wanted done with his property or the agreement that he had with the previous mayor. I had said contract that Glenn had given me. I only had a few pages when this was going on, and I didn't show the contract. I have complete pages now. I found them. I've been home doing some work, cleaning up my closets, and I found the paperwork. I made copies that I want to give to the mayor, the attorney, and to the manager of Orland Park. So everybody will be on the same basis of what needs to be done. You can register them, do whatever you want to do with them, but at least you'll know what the agreement was, and you can go from there. That's all I have to say. And I'm sorry I haven't been around, but I've had some health issues, so,
Glad you're feeling better.
yeah.
Well, better enough to be here.
Well, I wanted to take care of this. I didn't want anybody getting in any trouble. And if I can prevent that, that's why I did this.
Well, thank you for the documents, and our attorneys will review it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else here to speak? Trustee Compass.
I'd like to start off by saying Ramadan Mubarak. Hopefully I've said that correctly. I live not too far from the prayer center, and driving home at the start, quite a bit of traffic. My first thought was, well, maybe we need some extra folks over here helping with parking and directing traffic. My second thought is, what a blessing in a post-COVID world to see that many people returning to services. And I hope that everyone that observes also this upcoming Holy Week and Easter holiday, I hope we see the same in those institutions as well. Took me a little bit longer to get home, but it was a warm feeling in my heart to see that many people coming to worship. I'd also like to say I missed the Easter egg hunt this past week. I've always enjoyed that event, and I was sorry I was not able to make it there, but I do know that it might be a little bit buried on our recreation Facebook page. We're still looking for sponsorships. So for all those that enjoy these events, it's not just the village, it's a number of great sponsors, business owners, and private residents that contribute to make these programs an outstanding success. And so if you have any interest in sponsoring any of our events, I believe, Ray, we still have some time left for getting in sponsorships for 2023. You can find that out at orlandpark.org/sponsorship. And then lastly, I said it last week, 2 weeks ago, but I think it bears some repeating. We have Election Day tomorrow. There's no time in which your vote weighs as much as it does in a local election, right? So I hope that you all come out, exercise your right to vote, encourage your neighbors, your friends to come out and vote. It's important that you have a say in the decisions about what forms our community and our future. Thank you.
Trustee Malani.
As Trustee Compass mentioned, the Lucky Egg Hunt was on Saturday, and thank you to everybody that braved the weather and came out to a very cold and rainy Saturday morning. We had a record 17,000 eggs that disappeared in a matter of minutes. It's quite amazing and how efficient young children can be. So thank you, everybody that came out and attended. It was great seeing everybody out there. And, you know, Mayor Pico, this is for you. Cheese and Wine Night, April 22nd. 19 tickets left.
Good, because I can't say charcuterie.
All right, but you just did.
Tell it.
Yeah, and once again, you know, just shedding highlights on the Special Olympics and the Special Recreation and the Owls. 17 Owls participated in a swim meet in the district tournament. We had 19 gold, 13 silver, and 3 bronze medals. We have 9 people going to compete in state tournament in June. And we also, there was also a powerlifting tournament for them on March 26th at Marmion Academy. We had 12 people participate in the powerlifting event, and we had 7 gold, 4 silver, and 3 bronze medals. And those people that won golds will also be competing at state. So congratulations to the athletes, but also congratulations to the people that work in and support these events. So thank you all for coming. Get out and vote, and have a great night.
Trustee Katsinas.
I want to say how nice it was to see all the volunteer members of ESDA here and what they do for the community. I've seen them at different events in the rain, on the streets, directing traffic, helping lost children. And I'm really honored to have 2 of our trustees here that give a lot of their time and energy. And I know Sean, or Trustee Compass, was out for many, many hours with the storm. So I thank you both, gentlemen, for the service that you give to the community as well. And you lead by example, so thank you. And I just wanted to say, be sure to get out and vote. And not to reiterate what Trustee Compass said, it is very, very important. And I wish everyone a happy Easter. Thank you.
Trustee Healy.
It was about time we gave the ESDA people an honor, including you know, Mike and Sean. I mean, they deserve it. So you guys, they're examples of how to contribute to the village, and we're very thankful for their service. I would like, and the only other thing I have to say is this: 2 weeks from now, we have our next meeting, and at that next meeting, you'll only have hours to file your tax return at that time. So I would encourage people to skip the board meeting next time and file your tax return. Don't file.
I think Bill's suggesting he's going to be absent.
No. Absent-minded maybe, but not absent. So, no, file those tax returns, make sure they're as accurate as you can be. Thank you.
Trustee Radiszewski.
Well, thank you, Mike, and thank you, Sean, for your service and all of the other ESDA members and for what you do. Also want to say thank you to Parks and Rec for what you guys, put together on Saturday. Just such a great program. There's so much work that's involved, the planning, everything. It just was very well done. Too bad Mother Nature wasn't as nice. Weather wasn't great, but I mean, everybody still had a really great time. So thank you for that. And hope everybody has a wonderful Easter. Thank you.
Thank you. I too want to, again, thank ESDA, and such a difference between people who try and bilk the taxpayer for money and then they attack people who actually give their time. It's kind of, kind of speaks volumes. And I will say as well, you heard my closing comments, but I'll continue to defend Nabia, her staff, for the great work she does, Chief Rossi for his excellent leadership, and the best department in the state, and our ESDA members who volunteer and spend a lot of time away from their family to assist our police department to keep you safe. So they don't deserve what they went through last week. Also, I do want to mention that Chief Schofield and Deputy Chief Sinkapalmi couldn't be here because they had promotions. They did, however, it's the NCAA game night, so the best TVs and couches in the entire village are in the firehouses. So if you want to come visit them and congratulate them on their promotions, feel free. And I say that in jest, so please don't go to the firehouses. But anyways, they did want to say thank you to our ESDA members. Easter egg hunt was fantastic. Horrible weather, maybe the worst we've had since I've been mayor. And still had a lot of people there. Although I will say the 0 to 3 field, there were a lot of eggs hanging around. And it was the first time I couldn't give away the eggs that were handed to me in a basket to give away because everybody's baskets were full. So we still had a great crowd, a record number of plastic eggs. So thank you to staff for all the hard work. Thank you for coming out there in the cold. I also want to echo that Election Day is tomorrow. I encourage everyone to vote. And please, because we've seen so much of it, don't allow misinformation to guide your vote. Recently, we've had organizations that have been impersonated to basically commit fraud, perpetrate fraud upon the voters. So there's a lot of false information that's been put at your doorstep. Just remember this, the village cannot put anything out that is not factually accurate or try to influence an election in any way, which we take great pains to do, which is why we've put information out there via George and Dennis so that you have all the information you need on a very complicated issue, the referendum that's up to date. So you can get all the information you need from the village. It's all factual. You don't have to worry about anyone's sides or anyone's positions. You can judge for yourself. So I encourage you to go to that and get the accurate information, because that's actually something where we could provide that information for you, unlike on individuals. So please go there, look at it yourself, and make your own call. That's what I recommend. And with that, I will entertain a motion to go into executive session.
Mr. Chairman,
Trustee Compass.
I move to go into executive session for A, approval of minutes, B, setting a price for sale or lease of village property, C, pending litigation against, affecting, or on behalf of the village, or when found by the board that such action is probable or imminent.
Second.
Call roll.
Trustee Compass.
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas.
Aye.
Trustee Healy.
Aye.
Trustee Malani.
Aye.
Trustee Radiszewski.
Aye.
Mayor Pico.
Aye. Go into executive session.